And here we go. We are back for another game of Point Park Valorant. They are going against Tennessee Tech. No university, just Tennessee Tech. Very weird wording. But I have a special guest with us today. He is a former league player, and he's played support, ADC, mid, nearly all the roles. That's basically the majority, but...
Hello, guys. I'm Jackie. My endgame name is Dakibi. Nice to meet y'all.
Let's go. All right. So, well, wow. That was a little awkward start there. But, hey, we also have Red Bull, sponsored by Red Bull. Amazing drink. And so, here we go. Last week's game for Valorant, it was good. Close matches. Had Icebox, Lotus, and we also had Bind. Took it to a third map. Really close matches there. Really hope to see Icebox again for Point Park. Mona and Ari, Princess Ari, they played extremely well on there. Mona played Viper, and we have Ari top fragging on initiators, which that was kind of crazy. But you know, gotta get you filled in a little bit. And so
okay, all right, I'm excited.
Might talk about team fights, like it's League, even though it's Valorant, but it's okay. It's fine, you know. If you hear us,
I know a few.
It's like, you know, yeah,
a little bit about Valorant,
a little bit there.
But yeah, you know.
Should be starting in a few. And what do you want to see, Jackie? You want to see a 2-0? Do you want to see 1-1?
I'm trying to see some aces. You know.
Trying to see some aces? Yeah. Okay, yeah. We got perfect. There we go. We get to the room. Camp Clark right there, my boy with the cap on. He's notorious for getting aces. And same with Ryan. He's been getting a lot of aces. Ari's been getting a lot of aces. But here we go. We have some map picks. We have first map, and that is going to be Sunset. If I am not mistaken, that is Tennessee Tech's pick there. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Sunset. I already said it to the Valorant coach even before the stream started. I think it's a weird map. I think the mid is it's too wide to where the contacts are just a little bit too shaky there. And so, but yeah.
I think I played Sunset before, and I kind of like it. It's very fun. It's like, I'd say it's like Harbor and Viper's map.
That's
kind
fair.
of, because it's very like big.
No, definitely. If you don't have smokes on that map, you're kind of done. That's definitely a mandatory to have smokes on that map. And so hopefully we'll be getting into our second map pick here, and Point Park will be picking for the second map. I hope they get Icebox. Okay, so we have Ascent for second map, which I like Ascent. I'm a big fan of Ascent. Back when we played, I mean, that's like the OG map, basically.
Yep.
So I mean, we should be seeing a lot of Omen. Hopefully, I want to see Sova. Sova's a great pick for Ascent.
Absolutely.
And they've played Point Park has played Sova, Coulson, amazing player. Cursed goes by Cursed in game. He plays a lot of Sova. Love to see a Sova. Would love to see some KJ from To the Moon and Back from Mona. If you don't know who Mona is, that's the one with the pink headset, the pink, it's all pinkish.
Okay.
And so here we go. And so Decider is going to be Lotus, which I'm not gonna lie, Jackie, feel a little bit weird for Decider to be Lotus, because I feel like Lotus has always been first and second map. I don't think of the map as a Decider map. And it's also really weird what you can run in Lotus as well. You can run double smokes, you can run double duelists. Like last week there was Tin We Face, they ran double duelists a lot, which that was definitely threw us for a curveball, because it was a very hyper aggressive comp into what we had: Viper, KJ, Sova. Like we had the utility for it, but they just had too much pressure on us in that third game. So, but excited, man! Oh my goodness, I'm hyped. Hyped to see it, man. It's this is the second to last game of Point Park Valorant season. And here we go. It caught me mid-drink, drinking Red Bull, and I'm excited. Yeah, I want to see. I definitely want to see a lot more Ari plays. Ari's been the IGL lately for the Valorant team, doing a phenomenal job and letting Ryan to be able to make a lot more picks, a lot more space, along with Clark. Clark has been playing a lot of duelists lately. His jet is kind of nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I was very, very surprised at his jet, but it's very nice. He's I gotta get him on that op though. Gotta get him on that op. I haven't seen him on the op yet, but I want to see Clark's op. I want to see his skills. Something that we haven't seen lately is Kane. Haven't KO. See, there it is. There it is. It's already starting. The league and the Valorant's already mixing, dude. KO. Haven't seen Ryan's KO in a while, and hopefully we're able to see that in Icebox, since KO is a great pick for Icebox. I'm talking about Icebox, and we're not even playing Icebox. See, that's I'm a fan of Flame Park's Icebox. I wish they picked that. It's all right. It's fine. So I'm definitely interested to see what Tennessee Tech, what their comp is going to look like for this first map for Sunset, because again, as we talked earlier, there's so much that you can do, but I mean, if you don't have smokes there, it can be extremely hard to play Sunset, especially if you're on attacker side first. Hopefully soon we'll see which team is going to be on attacker side, which team is going to be on defender side. I think personally though, I'd like Point Park to be on attacker side first, just to have that. Just to have second round advantage being on defender side, since in my opinion, at least defender side is always the easier side.
All right.
I might need a second Red Bull. Not gonna lie, might need a second Red Bull after this one. I'm already halfway through.
I haven't drank mine yet, but
hey, there we go. You gotta drink. It's gonna be an electrifying performance by Point Park, and I cannot wait for you to see it, Jackie. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's gonna be crazy. Our boys and gals are demons. They're absolute demons in the game.
I'm looking forward to see that.
So yeah, you guys are stuck with us for a few more minutes. The game should be starting in just a few. And let's see. We talked about comps. We've talked about maps. Let's steer it to League for a little bit.
League of Legends?
Yeah, let's steer it to League of Legends.
Sure.
Let's intoxicate them.
What do you want to talk about?
So let's talk about our season. Let's talk about how our season went. We'll give them an insider. Even though it's a Valorant stream, we'll creep in a little bit with our league.
Okay.
I feel like our games were fine. I think our team fights were
it's a little messy.
A little shaky.
But you know.
Switched roles a little bit over this semester.
It's a little, all over the place, but hey. Fun.
Scrims are fun. Practice scrims are fun. Smolder, great pick. Forever disgusting pick. Even though in the next update they gutted him.
He is getting gutted.
So yeah, that's it's really, really sad.
So
R.I.P.
little dragon.
Yeah, and I guess I'll just go back to one trick and set in top lane, and we'll just call it a day.
Hey, respect.
Respect. What about TFT? Heard you've been playing a lot of TFT lately?
TFT? Have you seen the new TFT set that's coming out?
No, I haven't. What is it? What does it entail?
I think it's Fable Fantasy or something like that.
Fable Fantasy.
Pretty fun.
It's pretty fun? Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Played it a little
haven't played it yet, but I've seen set as a 5-star in there.
Hey, see, that's all you have to tell me. That's all you have to tell me. If you don't play League out there for you viewers, it is an amazing mobile game that will suck your life away if you get into it. So definitely try it.
Yeah, I'm ready for something new because I'm a bit over the Remix Rumble. That's what it's called.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some Remix Rumble gameplay. It's not, I won't say enticing, but I mean it's been out for forever. I feel like that's what it feels like.
Yeah. And I remember they had a set 3.5 revival that was a few weeks ago. And I played that and it's kind of fun. Yeah, there we go. All right, we'll get back to Valorant. We'll stop torturing our viewers with this league talk. Yeah.
And so again, should be starting in just a few minutes. All the teams that are getting situated in their lobbies, trying to figure out if there's going to be attacker side, defender side. I think my favorite thing that would happen right now is if game starts and it's 1-0, perfect eco, second round bye, snowball it, and then going into the third round, maybe we end off 2-1 because of course Tennessee, they might take a round since that's a full bye round. Both teams have guns, that would be understandable. But a 2-1 lead starting out, that would be ideal. If it's 0-2, you will see a grown man cry on stream. Trust.
Move.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. So root for Point Park. You know what I'm saying?
I am.
There we go. Get the Red Bull in the lungs. There we go. Everybody, grab your Red Bull ice cream.
Red Bull ice cream?
Yes, Red Bull ice cream. Last week, me and Kai kind of cooked up a little bit of something during the cast, and so you take vanilla ice cream, right? And then you pour Red Bull ice cream. Oh, yes. No, it's okay. So we have the program just said it's vile. It's not. Just got to be a believer. All right. So we have vanilla ice cream, right? You don't take that catches. You don't take too much. You take 1 scoop of vanilla ice cream. And you pour a little bit of Red Bull in there. It's amazing. It is an absolute. It's a delicacy. It's definitely not for the weak. I'll say that. It's definitely not for the weak.
I might have a heart attack, I think.
If you have it once every 3 months, that won't happen. So there we go.
You are speaking facts.
There we go. But we'll be back. We're going to go on a little bit of an intermission for a little bit, and then we'll come back on when things are actually started.
All right. See you guys on the Rift.
That is a crazy statement. Rift. In-game.
In-game.
Exactly. In-game. Are we live? Oh, there we go.
Oh.
All right.
Hello, guys.
Here we go. Now we're back. So a little bit of sun in there. A little bit of sun change. Had some difficulties there, but game should be starting in just 3 more minutes. And so, yeah, just stay tuned. And so I'm hopefully for this for Sunset. First map is gonna be Sunset. If you're just popping in, it's Point Park versus Tennessee Tech Valorant. And yeah, so I want to see Sunset's weird because I like Brimstone because of his ult for the post plant, but then again he has limited smokes. He only has 3, and so I mean Tennessee Tech, if they're attacker side, they could easily bait out Brim smokes and just bait out util, just play default, and then re-engage. Not re-engage. They can rotate to another site after that.
Okay.
And so, but it'll depend. I think Clark. Well, not Clark. I hope to see Ari on maybe Omen or maybe something like a Harbor. I haven't seen Harbor for a while. I know, Jackie, you mentioned a little bit of Harbor before the stream started, so that'd be cool to see Harbor. Harbor has great ult, great coverage. Forgot about Cypher. I sure did. Yeah.
Oh.
How do you feel about the Cypher pick, Jackie? Especially on a map that's just as wide as Sunset. I feel a little bit weird about the Cypher pick, especially both sides picking it.
I feel like Cypher is pretty good. Really, there's a lot of like corners that you can hide your camera and then watch people, and has some pretty good places to like set up. What is it? Tripwire?
Yep.
Yeah.
Up tripwires.
Yeah.
We'll say wire trips. There we go.
Tripwire.
That's the word for it. And they are all matching icons. You can definitely see that Tennessee Tech has brought the energy definitely to Point Park. We have Ari on Omen. We have Moon and back. Mona, that goes by Mona as well, on Cypher. Clark on Raze. I'm excited to see Clark on Raze. I have not seen that often, and so him being back on Raze, excited to see what he can do.
All right.
So here we go. First round by phase. Point Park is defender side. Tennessee Tech is starting the first half on attacker side. As I said before, I would have liked to see Point Park on attacker side for the first half, but I mean, it's all right. It's all right. I'll let it go. I'll let it go for right now. See Cursed looking at that mid right now, just kind of warming up his shots. And the team was doing a lot of warming up before the game started. So, and I'm sure Tennessee Tech was doing the same. So,
we got 2 Ghosts, a Sheriff, and 2 Classics.
Dr. JJ Wrinklecrumb. That is an amazing name. I almost want to say DJ, but I will say Dr. J out of respect.
Dr. J.
Here we go. Minute 30. Creep throws out a KO knife to see where Tennessee Tech is going. It seems like we're having a lot of... Seems like Tennessee Tech is playing some default right now. Just trying to trying to see what kind of contact they can get. Still have a lot of time on the clock. See what's going on. We also have Omen Smoke on B from Ari. And
as we see, the red team is slowly lurking up.
Definitely walking up A. Want to see if Tennessee Tech wants to... and Wrinklecrumb gets the first pick on Clark. And it seems like Tennessee Tech is just going to take full control over A there. Curse got himself 1 pick there on Taffy Laffy. I love these names, to be honest. I actually love these names. Curse is a little bit one shot there. Doesn't know if don't know if he's able to peek that, especially not without some trading going on.
Yep.
Which that is something last week that Point Park definitely struggled with in the first game, is just having the comms to get efficient trades.
Get the eyeball from... Is that right? Eyeball?
It's yeah, we'll call it eyeball. Why not? Okay. We'll call it eyeball from Fade. Trying to get some info there to possibly retake the site and
swing. 1 person out.
So 1v3 right now. Mona full health though. Close. Tennessee Tech are gonna take that, and D-Rod there is gonna finish up the round, getting that pick on Mona. I mean, great push from Tennessee Tech. They played it well, played it safe, waited to get a pick on Point Park at that A, and then throughout the Omen util, Omen smokes to just take the site. See our boy Cursed is laser locked and focused right there, just ready to play, and as we're ready to watch. So 5 seconds on the clock until the round starts. Tennessee Tech, they have a bye round, so it's going to be a little bit iffy for Point Park to win this round. To be honest, it might be a throwaway round, but some of them didn't buy from Tennessee Tech, which is really interesting. They're saving for that third round to get that complete full. Oh, and Wrinkle Crumb gives himself a pick on Curse, having that bulldog. See, that's what's nice about winning that second round, is that you're able to have that advantage, as Tennessee Tech is showing now. It's Happy Laffy getting a pick on Creep. And just 3 left. Minute left on the clock. Tennessee Tech's playing strong. They're playing...
They're playing it slow and...
I'm going to go a little bit of tangent. That is it's a difficult thing to say. Tennessee Tech. It's like...
TT.
You know what? There we go.
Let's just call him TT.
Yep, TT. There we go. But TT's pushing A side right now, and we have Point Park. Maybe could defend it. They're gonna definitely have to play some corners there, and Clark gets picked. Wrinkle, Rod, and Taffy just finish up that round. Very nice. TT looking extremely strong right now, and it is 0-2 with TT up. I love the word TT, Jackie. That was like, it makes life so much easier. I love Tennessee, but it's got to be TT for tonight. I can see Point Park, high spirits. First game, some of these rounds, I mean, second round you lose it. Stowaway round. Now Point Park has bye, and now both teams basically semi-full bot. Definitely hurts Point Park though that TT has TC just didn't die. None of them died, and so they're looking really good eco-wise. That's another thing as well that Point Park really struggled with is their economy. Is just trying to keep that economy consistent, trying to keep it, of course, cohesive with each player. And as I say, that Curse gets himself a pick right there, which is really good for Point Park. And both teams are taking it extremely slow right now. But we have KO and Omen with
Cypher on site and letting them push in, and we have 2 people flanking, Omen and KO.
It's going to be an interesting play by Point Park. They could possibly sandwich. It's an amazing nade by Clark right there to get some damage.
Stalling the... Oh, they already...
Nope, they already planned it, and so they're playing time, but it doesn't matter. Point Park still getting their picks as they can for this retake on the site. 4v2 now. It's definitely a round that you want to win. 2v1 now. Oh, there's definitely not much time left on the clock. D-Rock gets himself a 3rd pick of the round. Ari has to stick. Oh, a little bit awkward there. Ari gets the pick.
Let's go.
And has a half. Is there enough time though?
Yes, they do.
Oh my goodness. Whew.
Let's go.
I think it was about probably like, I mean, there was time. It was about 2 seconds. I want to say 2 seconds left on that bomb. Definitely shaky round for Point Park, but nonetheless, Point Park brings that round home and is able to kind of slow the momentum that TT has right now. I'll just say Tech. TT is driving me crazy now. I'll just say Tech. And here we go. And so,
let's see what Tech's gonna do in PPU. Oh, we have a lineup.
Find you.
The lineup could try to play for it. Trying to get some form of info there, Cursed. I can see Creep doing the same thing.
Oh, are we gonna get a pick? Oh.
Greatest guy gets a pick there. And Wrinkle gives himself a pick there. I don't think it was the best decision for Point Park to kind of peek out of Tech's Omen smokes there. That's out of Wrinkle Crumb's smoke there. That is definitely not ideal, especially when both teams are on a full buy. It's a very important round. The dog from Greatest Guy trying to fish for that info for A, but I think Tech is just going to take full control of site right now. That must be so nice with Gecko to just be able to throw a minion to drop bomb.
I love Gecko. Gecko's fun to play.
Such an odd character with their utility, but it's so useful, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a 2v5 right now. Point Park is in a severe disadvantage. Maybe could save, and I think that's exactly what Point Park is going to do. They're going to save their guns into this next round, but still also hurts that Tech is all 5 of Tech is still alive, so that's just going to be more snowballing into their pockets, more money into their pockets, and that's something that's definitely not ideal for Point Park going into these next few rounds. I don't think we'll see an operator on attacker side, but then again, our team that we went against last week, they had an operator on attacker side, so it depends. I always think it's a very bold move. It's you kind of telling the team like, yeah, I'm him or her. But yeah, here we go into this next round, and as you can see, Tech, their economy is looking great. Still full guns, full shields, lacking nothing, and Point Park. And see, this is where we get into the rounds that's going to be a little bit weird, because Point Park does this thing to where part of their members have enough money and they full buy, but then their other members they're not able to get full buy, and so it's not the buy rounds are not synchronized. And I think that's what definitely hurts Point Park when it comes to trying to get some rounds back on the board. Great cage by Mona there, was able to get that information that Tech's Phoenix and Cypher were pushing B, but now they're rotating back there. It seems like Tech really likes to push A on this map. Definitely, they play mid, they play default a little bit, and then once they have the info, they group up and they pinpoint A. Could be a play down mid right now. Still have a smoke, and Cursed is trying to play that smoke very carefully. Try not repeat what last round happened.
Dog got sent out for.
Greatest guy gets himself a dog and is able to get that info on Cursed, and now I believe Tech knows that A is completely free right now. Tech could push A, but I don't think they have enough info to see where one is. It's interesting. It's definitely going to be 30 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be an absolute 5v5 of who retakes, and Clark himself a pick on Chris, which is extremely important on that Phoenix to just stop that ult. Greatest guy gets himself a pick on Mona, unfortunately.
Chris gets.
And Ari is going to get killed now. Definitely a tough round. I mean,
close.
Clark in the die. D-Rod gets himself a pick there.
Creep gets 2 picks.
Woo.
Oh, and greatest guy.
Still go round. Still go round. Point Park, they get rid of some guns. They get rid of 2 of 6 players, and so that kind of slows Eco down a little bit, but not so much. I mean, Tennessee Tech is playing absolutely on fire right now. I think, Jackie, we could use a timeout. Call me if I'm crazy or not, but I think a timeout would be nice, just to kind of, maybe it could be a matter of nerves, or just for everyone to get back on the same page.
Yeah.
So like Point Park is definitely not on the same page right now when it comes to that retake. But then again, my boys don't got guns. Oh, a little bit of an awkward flash right there by Creep, but Wrinkle Crumb just found himself a pick on Clark, unfortunately, and that is going to hurt Point Park. You definitely want Clark alive in these save rounds, especially since he's a duelist. You want to have that raised util, you want to have that raised pressure. And again, we see Tennessee Tech just hovering over the A, trying to play it ever so slightly. And greatest guy gives himself a pick on Ari, and I believe that leaves A completely free. We see Curse and Ryan and Mona trying to rush back to A, as they know that Tech is pushing A now. Full five man on A by Tech right now. They're planting the bomb. Cruz gets a kill, but ends up getting traded by greatest guy. This is just extremely tough rounds for Point Park. Tennessee Tech is just playing. They're playing the post plant well. They're playing the post plant extremely well. Especially having these guns, it definitely doesn't help. Tennessee Tech has a lot of momentum right now, Jackie. This is just absolutely insane. As you can see in the back right there, if you do not know, that is Don Martinelli, is a very important man in the esports industry as a whole. And we are just happy to have him. So here we go. We're going to go into a timeout now. And Jack, tell me what's on your mind, man.
That was a lot going on for me.
Yeah, you know? I don't know what's happening.
You might have to translate into league lingo for me, you know?
Yeah. So basically what's happening is that we had a couple team fights there, and the team fights, everyone was going for different targets, and we weren't able to capitalize on the team fight. And so the next team fight that happened, we basically were like maybe, I want to say, an item and a half behind the team now. And so now every time we try to get a pick, it's got to be very calculated. It's got to be very traded picks. It can't be a 5v5 anymore like it was in the first team fight that we had. So yeah, that's basically it. And it seems like that runs right up to the end of the timeout. But hopefully Point Park is able to ooh, that sounds rude, but wake up a little bit, because I need my boys to wake up. I need the dogs to wake up. Yes. I need them to drink their Red Bull and just go crazy. Again, Point Park is a buy round, but we have some ultimates on the board. So Point Park nearly have 5 ults on the board, which is going to be extremely important going into these next round. We need these ults to be used. That was something that was also that we struggled with in the first map of last week's in Icebox. We just were able to use that Viper ult, which could have definitely dictated.
Everybody's waiting for the wingman from Gecko.
And that wingman from Gecko is just so nice. And Mona gets caught there, lives, but is left at 1%, and gets some util thrown at her as well. Very tough having to give up this site, and now Tech they went B this time, which I didn't even realize. But now they have full control, and it's just going to be another situation of post plant, and Mona unfortunately gets ulted, but Cursed with some nasty. Oh my gosh, 3 picks by Cursed. Absolute Sheriff Demon right now.
Clark finishing off one.
And in 1v1, Cursed finding himself 3 picks there with the Sheriff, and then Clark finding a pick. It's just and
close.
Cursed whiffs his shot with the Sheriff. Could have been and he's just in disbelief. I don't blame you. But an amazing round by Point Park. That's definitely some that's the Point Park that I like. That's what I like to see. We got to keep that up. And so now that definitely slowed down the economy momentum from Tech. 2 of their players a little bit low on economy, but still a little bit rich, but at least that gives us some money in our pockets. And so now we're heading into this full buy round. We definitely want to try and use some ultimates in this round and try and make it 2-6.
Everybody has full shield, well, except for one.
Except for one.
Yep.
As you see, we have two of Tech's team running that Oni Phantom skin, an amazing, beautiful skin to run. And it seems like it could be a full 5-man push, and I think that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a full 5-man push by Tennessee Tech. We have util being thrown on both sides. We have the KO all being popped. And D-Rod finds himself a pick. Ari finds himself a pick on the Gecko. And Creep gives himself a pick on Greatest Guy. It's going to be a 4v2 now. Mona finds herself a pick on D-Rod.
There.
Tennessee Tech insisting on planting on B. Crumble finds himself a pick now. And Belladonna Crisp, that's such an interesting name. But 2v1 now. Playing for the post. Oh! And there we go. Point Park gets something on the board, which is something that we love to see. Hopefully we can pick up some momentum, try to take some more rounds before this first half ends. Phenomenal round by Point Park. A lot of ults were used, which is what we love to see there. And so here we go. And as you can see, Point Park's beautiful face. You have Ryan there, hype with the gold chain. Absolutely dripped out.
Sheesh.
All right, I'm getting off topic. All right, here we go. Let's get back to it. We have 2 ults used from Point Park, 3 ults. Nope. I believe it was 1 ult used from Tech. And so still have some ults on the board to make this 3-6 potentially. And it seems like Tennessee Tech, they're definitely going to go back to A, since it's definitely something that seems like they're more comfortable with. Still, both teams have full guns, so we definitely, it's going to be interesting. It's interesting to see Tech, they set their Cypher to kind of have this alert going on towards B, but now their Cypher's walking towards mid now. And as we have kind of like a change in pace from Tech now, to where they were playing slow, but they find themselves a pick on Cursed, D-Rod. D-Rod's been playing exceptionally well during this round. He's been getting a lot of their picks. Very good player. But it's like, wow. And Tech finds himself 2 picks by Low Crisp on Creep and Laffy on Clark. It's, I mean, the communication from Tech, the flow of the play, as soon as they get a pick, they just commit to a site and they're able to just take it with no worries and they're not getting traded. What is it? Point Park is not trading when one of theirs dies, so that's definitely hurting Point Park a lot in these rounds. Cypher with a creepy lurk, but Ari got himself a pick on D-Rod. Could be a possible retake from Point Park. It's going to be exceptionally hard. And Greatest Guy and Laffy are going to get the last 2 picks on Ari and Mona there to wrap that up, and it's looking 2-7. Look, man, I'd say it's looked daunting for Point Park, but I mean, we've come back from worse, and we've taken things overtime from like 3-9. So if I can see a 3-9 curse.
Oh,
yes,
I've heard about that.
I'm calling it. Yep, it's a thing. It's an actual, real, tangible thing. If anyone tells you otherwise, then I don't know what to tell you. But hopefully we can put this, Clark can put this Raze ult to use. We would definitely need a free pick right now, especially on just these low eco rounds. It's going to be a full, and Clark with a full commit, but ends up getting hit by a nasty shot from Laffy right there, and that definitely hurts Point Park, especially since Clark used his ult there.
I know exactly where you are.
And there it is. The Red Bull is gone. Alright, here we go. And D-Rod ults there to get some info on where Point Park is. And this is already looking grim for Point Park. It definitely hurts that Raze ult just was that Clark was not able to use his ult exceptionally well there. And Wrinkle Crumb gives himself a pick on Mona. Tennessee Tech looking towards to plant B here. Might have full side creep, kind of waiting to throw that flash out. Ooh. And it's going to be unfortunate timing right there for Creep. And Crumb finds himself a pick on Creep and Curse there. And that's going to be the round towards Tech again. It's definitely, that was a little bit of an awkward round. I mean, we saw Creep trying to throw a flash out to peek the person that was behind the box, but just didn't realize that there was also someone holding the angle there. So definitely rough. You can see our beautiful Valorant players. Amazing camera from our broadcast crew there. And so, here we're getting back into it. Are
they going to use this Gecko ult?
Maybe could be a Gecko ult there, but I'll definitely use it for planting.
Got Sky Flash.
Definitely have a
Nade in the mid.
Tennessee Tech's comp is really good. I did not think of Phoenix being used in Sunset. I just haven't seen Phoenix in pro play for a good amount of time, so it's definitely fresh to see that. And Ari almost finds himself a pick there, but Greatest Guy and Laffy are gonna find themselves 2 picks while pushing in. And Chris is gonna find himself a pick on Curse. Creep finds himself a pick on D-Rod while Tech is pushing A. There's a 2v4 situation. I feel like we've been seeing a lot of 2v4 situations that are in Tech's favor lately. It's definitely gonna be a tough round. I mean, we have Gecko, still have Gecko ult. And Mona trying to look and peek, but Mona finds herself a pick. And Crumble finds the pick, finds a trade, and
right through the smoke.
Whew, a little bit of spraying, and that's just discipline right there from Tennessee Tech. It's pure game sense of shooting in that smoke, because you don't, man, there's only so many angles you can go when trying to retake. And 2-9, I'm calling it 3-9 curse. And if we get 3-9 curse here, I'm a fortune teller. Just put in the chat, Ricky the fortune teller. That's all I need right there.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Get that going. Clark having in a surprisingly slow game from Clark that I am very surprised about. I think Point Park is I think it's a warm up match for them, trying to, you know, get their groove I think we'll definitely see a stronger,
nice pick.
stronger second half. Amazing pick by Creep there on that, on Greatest Guy. And D-Rod finds himself a pick on Clark as Clark tries to stop Greatest Guy's Phoenix ult. And 4v4, bomb is already planted. And so there's only so much time that Point Park has, and Point Park is just nowhere near close to B, so time is ticking. And Crumble just finding these timings on Point Park.
D-Rod swinging out of the smoke.
Swinging out of the smoke is absolutely insanity, being on the attacker side. It's courage right there. But Ari finds himself a pick. And 2v3 right now could be possible. It's gonna be extremely hard. I can see they're just all playing that hall now.
Oh,
Ari finds one pick, and yep, and that's going to be 2-10. Tennessee up for that first half. Just, I mean, when I said electrifying performance, I definitely, look, I don't mean to be biased, but I definitely meant Point Park for an electrifying performance. But you know, no hate. You know, Tennessee Tech, they're playing extremely well. Communications on point. Their economy, I mean, it was off the roof during that half. It seemed like they just we just couldn't stop the economy flow right there. I think definitely though, what was hurting us is just not having those full buy rounds. And then when we had those full buy rounds, those very slim margins that we had the full buy rounds, we weren't able to capitalize and try to win those rounds. Those rounds are extremely important in a game like Valorant. I mean, you gotta win those if you want to try and have some form of economy balance.
I have a feeling the comp that we have right now is very good for attacker side, because if they have a Cypher defending and we throw a KO and we disable the Cypher,
most definitely,
it's an easy push-in.
And as you're literally saying that, Point Park gets, I mean, they get B-Site for free with this utility that they have. So I think you're right. I think this is definitely going to be a stronger half for Point Park. Greatest Guy finds himself a pick on Creep there, and Ari finds himself two nasty picks. Sheesh. Oh my goodness! And that's
Let's
gonna be the round. Jackie, you called it. Jackie's the fortune teller now. That's it.
Sheesh.
You have the powers now, Jackie the fortune teller. Oh my goodness. Amazing round by Point Park. Clean sweep. Lost one there, but now we're able to go. And if Point Park wins this round, then it might be a hard round in this third round of this half. But if we can win that round as well, then the eco's gonna be snowballing like crazy. And which is definitely the momentum that we need right now from Point Park going into the second half. Tennessee Tech 3 rounds away from, I mean, wrapping this game, so we definitely want to hold them at 10. And Crumble with a nasty sawed-off pick on Clark just to stop that push. Creep find himself a pick on Crumble. Great trade there. Taffy getting a pick with the classic on Ari there. Have a lot of back and forth going on from both teams, but definitely hurts Point Park that that KO is nearly one shot. Creep finds a pick, and Sky is just gonna have Greatest Guy is gonna have a nasty flank there, but Point Park knows that flank is happening. 1 minute left on the clock. Point Park does have time. And here we go, 2v1, Cursed and Mona finding himself both the pick there, and all that's left is Crisp, and Curse is going to get that, and we're back, baby.
All right,
we're back. It's gonna be a rough round for Point Park because they're not able to full buy, and Tech is gonna have full. They're gonna have a full buy, and so hopefully we're able to. I was gonna say cheesy corners because that would have been nice if we were on defender's side, but we're not. So definitely gonna need some blinds, gonna need some KO knives, and gonna need some boombot picks to happen in order for them to pull through this round. But it seems like since 2 of their players weren't able to full buy, so that is a beautiful sheriff, by the way. Sorry, Jack, I get sidetracked by the skins sometimes when casting. Skins are beautiful.
Oh, nice pick.
Curse gets a pick. Greatest Guy right there with the Spectre. Extremely good. Minute 15 left. And D-Rod found himself a pick on Ari there. And man, 4v4. Point Park looking to just fully commit to B side. Going to be a really rough. Laffy from himself a pick on Creep, and Laffy from himself another pick on Clark. Creep was able to find a pick before he died, but oh my goodness, Laffy with a third pick. My gracious, and here we go with the Gecko defuse. And Curse has no option but to peek there. And that's the thing that makes Gecko so... Oh, I hate to say, I know you like this character, Jackie, but so annoying and tilting as a character. It's where you just have a free minion that can defuse and plant bomb. I will go on my tangent.
And
it's
you
just,
can't.
oh my goodness!
Heard like you can't even like molly it or like line up
so
on
painful
it because he's resting on top of the spike.
Just so it's such a painful character, but nonetheless, I mean, great. I mean, that's what the comp is used for Tennessee Tech. Having Gecko on that defense, you're able to make plays like that, and that gives a lot of space for Tennessee Tech to be able to play different angles while Gecko diffuses. And so here we go now, going into this third round of second half. Laffy Tiger finds himself a pick in the smoke, which we've been seeing that a little bit more lately from last half as well. I believe D-Rod was catching himself some picks in the smoke. It seems like the Omen smokes are definitely not working towards our favor right now, Jackie. Here we go. A minute left on the clock. As you can tell, I mean, Point Park is trying to play this. They're playing a little bit slow now. They're not really committing to a site like they were before. Just trying to find any sort of picks that they can find. Both teams just spraying into these smokes. It's like RNG in a gacha game. Just trying to hope you get a pick. Curse throwing out some util there. Point Park trying to commit to B, but greatest guy D-Rod Laffy and greatest guy again finds himself a pick and just sweeps Point Park under the rug there for that game point. And now it's game point, match point. Sorry, I thought we were playing Wii Sports for a little bit there. Match point for Tennessee Tech. I mean, Tennessee Tech, they definitely they're going off a lot of momentum. Their eco, I think they had an amazing, phenomenal game on eco, but it's still possible. Still possible, I believe. I believe we've done this before. It's old news that we come back and we take it to overtime. It's old news. That's what Point Park is about. That's what Point Park does. But definitely, nonetheless, definitely a rough game for Point Park. Nonetheless,
Have a few ults being popped.
The fade ult to cover that A right there. As you see, Ari and Clark trying to push a Laffy tapping, and Crumb found himself a pick on Creep and Curse, and Mona found himself a pick on Crumb, and here we go. 3v3. Bomb is down. Point Park has no idea that Tech has 2 on the flank. And that is going to be some definitely unlucky timing. Some unlucky timing from Tennessee Tech right there. That was... Man, that was... I'd be lying if I said I wasn't sad from that. I'd be lying. But nonetheless, we have a second game. It's going to be on Ascent. Did I not mention, maybe this is copium, but did I not mention Tennessee Tech? That was their map pick, okay? Sunset was their map pick, all right? So, you know, I don't mean to be a hater, but, like, you know, Sunset's cool and all, but, like, now our second map is going to be Ascent. And my boys, I guarantee, Jackie, our boys are demons on Ascent, all right? I guarantee it. And so I think some things that were definitely hurting us a little bit was the Gecko. Yeah. But then also Crumble and D-Rod. I want to talk about those 2 players specifically because they were the ones that were catching most of the picks from Tennessee Tech. They had great timing, catching a lot of picks in the smoke right there in first half and second half. That I think that was definitely hurting Point Park. That's just a matter of game sense at that point. Just if you know that they're in the smoke and they're trying to push, then you spray into it. But I think that's definitely something that that hurt us as a team when trying to push, especially during that second half. And I think second half, no, it's that first half. That first half was really rough economy-wise. I think I think most of those rounds, I don't think we ever had a full buy. I think only 3 of those rounds from the first half that we actually able to have a complete full buy, and even then, you could definitely tell that communication was a little bit shaky, and we just weren't able to trade. I think that's another thing that also hurt us. I think going into the second map, getting our economy right, making sure that all 5 are able to full buy and not just kind of like trickling, or as a sense like in League, for instance, getting back to that, you know, something like trickling to where, like, say everyone's trying to group for a dragon fight, and there's 2 people that go into the dragon fight, but nobody else is ready, and then the 2 people wonder why we don't win the team fight or get dragon. That's kind of why it's a lot of trickling going on instead of having the full 5-on-5. So that's the best analogy I can give you, Jackie, for what happened.
Okay.
But we're gonna take it to break for a little bit. Stay, get some more Red Bull and ice cream, please. You know what I'm saying? I know you ran out because of how excited you were during that game, but Tennessee Tech looking like a phenomenal team for Point Park to be going against, and it's gonna be a good set of matches. And so stay tuned. All right, and here we go, and we are back. Got some beautiful shots right now from our camera op, and so, now it's back to us for our beautiful faces.
And we're on to game 2, Ascent.
Game 2.
I wonder what agents we are playing.
Champions is crazy, Jack.
My
I
bad.
won't lie.
I'm just
a bit crazy.
still stuck on Summoner's Rift.
It's excitement. Yeah, there we go. It's the excitement. We like to see that. And so
Ascent, I played this map a few times, and I like it.
Definitely one of the OG maps. Definitely. And yeah, I'm excited to see what we're gonna have, especially from Point Park. They're definitely comfortable with, and there we go. I was just about to say it. They're comfortable with Sova, Omen, KJ. Those 3 specifically are so good for Ascent, and dare I say, I believe they're meta for Ascent. And so both sides, as we can see, playing that as well. We're gonna see Taffy Laffy again from Tennessee Tech, sticking with that Gecko. I think that is a phenomenal pick and a good decision from Tennessee Tech. D-Rod playing Jet, playing a duelist, a complete, I want to say like a 180 from Sunset. So
wasn't D-Rod playing Cypher, I believe?
Yeah, D-Rod was playing Cypher in Sunset, and so and was grabbing most of their picks as Cypher. So that's definitely I won't say alarming, but that's a little scary to now see him on Jet. So we're gonna see what he does with that. But nonetheless, we got Creep on Phoenix. Haven't seen him on a duelist in a while, and so I'm excited for that. He played Reyna last week's game, but definitely I haven't seen his Phoenix yet. So, and then I mean, as we see, it's just a full A push from Tennessee Tech. Picks off the charts. We have Crumb getting a pick on Ari, D-Rock getting a pick on Clark, Creep finding a pick, and it's a 2v3 now. And as you can see, both teams are just ready to up and at it. But good thing for Point Park is that Bomb is left on A site, so really all they have to do is just hold it. I mean, only a minute left. All they have to do is just look at Bomb and just watch Bomb. And we have KJ dropping their Uto now. Silver Dart was destroyed. Ooh, I had a little bit flip-flop. That's my bad. Tennessee Tech is on defender's side.
I was about to say, I was like, wait, am I watching the right one?
a little bit awkward. We just had 2 different overlays happening. And so, as I group there, Tennessee Tech, they find themselves
like,
that round.
All right.
Oh, I got excited. I wanted Point Park, you know. Yeah, it looked like that round was in their favor. So, you know, I got so excited that I became delusional. It's all right. It's all right.
All good. All good.
But here we go. We're going into the second round now, and I mean, I think overall good round for both sides. Point Park They were able to take a couple of them with them before the round ended, but unfortunately Tennessee Tech, they have the bye round now. They're going to have a lot of Spectres, a lot of light shields, while Point Park most likely is just going to have to save. And I always call this the throwaway round, because in reality, you don't really win this round if you lose the first round. But
it's over.
There we go. And as I said, it's a 4v4 now. Both teams traded out there. Very nice that Creep got that pick.
4 on site.
And Marshall and Creep did not know that Creep already had ult there. That was that's crazy to have an ult first round. And Laffy Taffy found himself 2 picks. Bomb is planted from Point Park, and it's only Mona 3v1. Oh, and Laffy Taffy. Seems like
close.
And Tennessee Tech is going to bring that round back, and that's a little bit rough from Point Park there. But I mean, I think definitely an unlucky round. And again, with the Gecko pick, as we were saying earlier, I mean, those are things you can get away with. You can get away with KJ having, no matter what kind of utility is on the post plant, it doesn't matter, because Gecko is just on top, chilling on top of the bomb. It doesn't affected by that utility. And I think that definitely hurt Point Park in that round. Definitely Ramona trying to deal with that 1v3 situation while bomb was planted as well. But nonetheless, we have full buy rounds now. Very important round. Ooh, crisp! With a crispy shot on Creep there with the Marshall. My goodness. And here we go. And Tennessee Tech now they finally get the info that Point Park is full pushing B. We have KJ by himself there, and Ari's going to get the pick on Chris there. Greatest Guy gets a pick on Ari, and Curse finds himself a pick on Greatest Guy. Just constant trading from Tennessee Tech and Point Park there. 3v3. Bomb is being planted now. Point Park has full site control.
Somebody's there.
Be a little bit awkward for Tennessee Tech on how they're going to play this post plant. But Laffy Taffy and D-Rod nonetheless find himself a pick there. And it's another 1v3 situation. Bomb is banned, and Crumb found himself onto the moon and back there. And Gecko is going to... thought Gecko was defusing the bomb again.
We're still breathing.
Tennessee Tech really likes using Gecko for defusing that bomb. As you can tell, I'm not even in the game, and I'm getting tilted from Gecko. That's how much hate I have for Gecko. For your character, I hope you know.
My bad. I just like to have fun.
Yeah, it's on you. It's on you. It's all on you. You did this. But nonetheless, a little off traffic. Anyways, 3-0 Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Tech looking extremely powerful. I said powerful. Extremely good right now. The league lingo and the Valorant lingo is just clashing right now.
Should we just start commenting in
in
league terms, you know?
Maybe, dude. I don't know.
Pushing in from the dragon site. Oh
gosh, that's the dragon site is crazy. Here we go.
We can call it A site dragon, and then it'll be
Dragon Pit,
Baron Pit. You know?
It makes sense. Point Park is trying to do a full push on A, but is
we got 1 pick off their jet.
Kind of left at a standstill. A minute left on the clock. Still a lot of time left, but Tennessee Tech, as you see, they're playing extremely disciplined. They're not over-rotating. They're still keeping mid fairly covered, having 2 on that A side, and we have Sova looking over B, and Creep on himself a disgusting pick on Crumb right there, and that's definitely the pick that they needed for Point Park to plant and to have full control. 5v3 right now from Point Park.
And we take full control of site.
This could be a great thrifty round from Point Park. And we have a few coming from Tree that are moving on to Heaven.
All 3 have to push from Heaven. Oh.
And Ari gets some nasty wall bang on Taffy right there. But we have to be careful. Greatest Guy still has that Odin. And can get some easy wall bang picks from that. And Clark from himself a pick on Greatest Guy, takes him down. Chris gets a pick on Clark.
Creep pushing up.
Thomas planted. And an amazing thrifty round from Point Park with
Absolutely.
four surviving right there. Jackie, if that's not the dream situation right there, then I don't know what is. That's definitely the dream right there. Now, 2-1, Point Park still have full guns, while now it's a little bit playing on the opposite. I mean, Tennessee Tech, they're still able to buy.
Oh, we see an
never
op.
mind. Yep, we have an op. Their economy is doing great, Jackie. Never mind. I was going to hate on it, but they're doing phenomenal. I think D-Rod having that op in his hands is definitely going to be a deciding factor for this next round. I'm a little bit scared, to be honest. But now
Creep pushing in.
Creep, Point Park could be committing on B, but Greatest Guy gets the pick that is able to render Creep's ultimate useless there. And unfortunately, Point Park is going to have to rotate off of that. Creep's still lurking a little bit. Maybe could try to distract them, but I think Tennessee Tech, they're definitely not falling for it. They're already sending people to cover A, but A site is still free from Point Park nonetheless. But D-Rock gets himself a pick there. D-Rock gets another pick on Ori. The jet knives. Oh. And how, you know what? We'll talk about that after the round. And Creep gets a pick on Taffy Laffy right there. Bomb is planted. A scary timing from Clark right there. Reloading in Omen's space there for a little bit. I just see Utility just being brought out from Tennessee Tech to try and get some info.
Flanking from
Creep himself. One pick from that flank.
Standing ahead.
And Tech is really fast with their trading, and it's going to be a 2v2. Extremely important round for Point Park, but they can just play time. Crisp is one shot, though. And Crumble from himself a pick there. Timing is low. Woo!
Nice. Will they have enough time?
I do not think there's enough time.
They do have enough time.
They do?
Yep.
My heart. My heart.
How many seconds? 0.73 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
Seconds. That's ridiculous. I think definitely would have helped Point Park there to I think in that situation when when Creep got swing right there, definitely gotta play for that trade. Even if it is in the heat of the moment and you're trying to play for time, you definitely want to get that trade and just make it a 1v1 rather than a 2v1. I think that would have set up Point Park nicely there. But nonetheless, we have Ari with Omen all. We have Sova. We have Sova all for this post plant now. So I would have preferred for Point Park to go for a B push there, mainly because D-Rock can get a pick, and D-Rock gets 2 picks there with the op. Operator is just becoming a my goodness, coming a huge problem. Got like a panic dash after that pick there.
Jet was dashing in for a smooch.
Dashing in for a smooch. I like that.
Revealing area.
So 2v3 right now. Point Park was able to get the op, and they were able to get rid of Jet, so that takes care of the op problem, and B is completely free. I think Point Park surely knows that. Mona and Curse are just pushing up, and I believe they're going to play for the Sova post plant. And Sova has ult. It's definitely possible right now. KJ holding back in boat. And I think this is a completely winnable round, Jackie.
Yup.
Point Park. This should be.
KJ already has a setup and ready to go.
This is fundamentals of Valorant that we're watching now.
And now we just watch Curse. Watch.
And Curse holding. Nope, that's Greatest. Playing in market and has that drone, trying to drone out. It's going to be a 3v1.
Are we going to get a swing?
3v1 for Mona in this site right now.
Oh, nice pick.
Curse finds amazing timing, and Mona gets rid of the Gecko utility that plant, and it seems like they are running out of time. That's going to be a free round.
And they lose their guns? No. Only
Gecko.
Gecko.
It seems like Gecko lost his gun right there, which I believe Gecko is Greatest Guy. They're still trying to get their names engraved in my mind.
I'm just going to call them by the agent's name.
You know what?
It'll be much
I like
easier.
that. I like that system. Taffy. Slaffy Taffy. I'm saying Laffy Taffy from now on.
Taffy Laffy.
Gosh, why do you have to put it backwards? Why? Now I can't let it go. Now. Can't let it go. But great round from Point Park. 4-2. I mean, definitely. I mean, we're already seeing a change of pace from Point Park. They're playing a lot more smoothly, a lot more clearly. I mean, you can see the communication with the trades. Like, it's a back and forth. It's definitely not just. They're not letting Tennessee Tech just run away with these rounds like they did in this first half for the first game in Sunset. But D-Rod still has that ult. Beautiful skin. With that op. D-Rod for himself a pick on Curse. And Clark for himself 2 nasty picks on Greatest Guy and D-Rod.
Joke's over. You're dead.
And Crumble gets a pick with a classic. Oh my goodness, and Clark. I mean, this is the ace that you could be looking for, Jackie.
Okay.
This is the ace right here. When Clark gets hot, And Crumble. Oh! Oh, something big there. Could be an ace, a possible ace from Clark now. Could be. Oh! Chris does to the sheriff, unfortunately.
Oh, dang.
All good. 4-3. I mean, all that matters is the round, but that would have been nice to see Clark's ace right there. And we call Clark Robot because whether if he plays bad or good, his face never changes. He just stays completely locked in throughout the entire game. I think the day like we see an expression on his face is like the day picks fly. That's basically what me and Kai concluded last week.
Okay.
You know? But here we go. I mean, we have 3 very strong ultimates from Tennessee Tech. They have Soball, they have KJ lockdown, and they have Gecko ult for the post plants, and they also have D-Rod's op and able to get rid of that op now. Point Park trading that out, and could be. But Point Park is gonna back off now. I thought they were gonna push A there for a moment, like they have been in past rounds, but so their plan is slow. Minute 15 left on the clock. Still have Tennessee Tech. We have 2 playing on A side, 1 mid, and there's Sova playing on B side.
Sova's hiding in the corner with the judge. Will he get a pick?
Oh, wow! And Creep just swings that angle and is able to get rid of that judge. I was a little bit scared for him. I thought he.
And they're rotating back to A.
Rotating again.
Maybe it's like 1 pick for 1. You know?
Yeah, there we go.
Pick 1, go back.
It's going back and forth. Still a lot of time left on the clock, 40 seconds. Definitely getting down to the nitty-gritty soon, though. And I believe Tennessee Tech still thinks that Point Park could be hovering over B, but now they know that they're on A.
30 seconds left.
And we have Ari getting on that side with that Omen ult now. And now Point Park has full control. 4v3 right now. And Crumb is going to find himself 2 picks with the Sheriff. And Laffy Taffy finds himself a pick with the op they picked up from D-Rod. Wow.
Close.
And, I mean, Tennessee Tech just finding themselves that round there is definitely not expected. Especially after giving those 2 picks that Point Park played with at A, rotating the B, and then finding the pick at B. Maybe it would have been better to stick to B and just stick to that plant instead of rotating back to A. But now, we have Taffy Laffy with an op. Greatest Guy with an Odin. I mean, their eco is looking phenomenal right now going into this round.
See the defending team pushing through the mid lane.
D-Rod with Jets. I mean, with Knives. So on Knives, Taffy Laffy gives himself an operator pick, and as you can see, Tennessee Tech is just doing an absolute full rush since they know that Point Park does not have the guns. Oh my goodness. And just Tennessee Tech just going out and D-Rod's just spraying and just running into the spawn. That guy's an absolute menace to society. And as you can see, Tennessee Tech is just going to sandwich Creep here. And Creep nearly finds the pick, but could have got 2 picks there, depending on the time right there. Definitely a tough situation for Creep right there. I mean, it was basically a 1v5, but it's definitely a tough round for Point Park. Now, I mean, the economy is looking really low. It could be possible buy round from Point Park, but I mean, it's as I said before this game started. Now it's going to be a little bit of these scattered buys, and I think these scattered buys it's what hurts Point Park, but there are some rounds to where it's absolutely necessary. I mean, you have to find a way to get rid of D-Rod's op and Greatest Guy's Odin in some way. And D-Rod just swings out for free there, right there, but gets traded out by Creep. And those are picks that you definitely want. You could tell Tennessee Tech is playing really confident in the defender side, but if Flint Park can keep on grabbing these one-by-one picks and just keep playing it slow, then you can get some momentum going. But I think it's still fairly close in this first round at 6-3. I mean, both teams, and we have the lockdown being put, and then we have a counter lockdown by Crisp right there to counter Mona's ult. And this is, man, so very slow rounds compared to Sunset from both teams. Crumb found himself a pick. Crumb had a nasty lurk pushing up in that mid into attacker spawn right there. It's very tough for Point Park to try and look for anything when, I mean, they just keep letting Tennessee Tech run away with these picks. Greatest guy now trying to throw a dart out there.
Got Princess Ari pushing up, lurking in the mid.
Clark is trying to push up now. 3v4. Tennessee Tech, I mean, they have all the angles and phenomenal smoke by by their own team, by their own teammate right there. Makes it hard. And they're Park is trading. Trying to see what they can do. Taffy finding himself that op pick.
We only have 5
seconds left on the clock, and there is no time to plant the bomb. And Tennessee Tech is going to just sweep that round. I think. Look, I'm not. You know, I don't have a spidey sense for timeouts, but I definitely do think a timeout would be nice here. But then again, we're almost to the second half, so this could be very possible. Could be a 9-3 curse again. You know, something like an 8-4. I don't know if there's an 8-4 curse, but I mean, 8-4 is still better than 9-3. You know, maybe I'm just chatting right now. You know? Anyways, though, going to this next round, have some ultimates from both sides. Still, again, not a full buy round from Point Park, which is definitely hard for them. And Greatest Guy finds himself 2 hits with this ult, with D-Rod following up with the 3rd pick with the operator. I mean, this is just an absolute bloodbath right now for Point Park. Mona finds himself a pick with the frenzy. Could try to pick up the gun, but Crumble is going to get that pick on Mona. And again, another situation of just this 1v4, 1v5. Crip gets wallbanged from Crumble's op. And the Crips are going to clean up that kill, and they're going to finish the round. As you see, we can see, I was going to say a slower pace, but Tennessee Tech, they definitely know what to do when, when Point Park is low on guns. As soon as they know that they're low on eco, they're like, okay, guys, let's push up and let's just absolutely dominate them, because it's not a matter of mechanics at that point. It's a matter of we have guns and they don't. And I think that's, if that was the motto for, I feel like this entire set, it would be we have guns and they don't.
Yep. And
so, yeah, I think going into the second half might be a little bit better. I mean, for defender side for Point Park, so they're gonna have that for the second half. I think defender side on Ascent as well is extremely good, and having that for the second half can definitely dictate. I think it can dictate a game immensely compared to having defender side first in the first half. Just because of how the Ascent is. I mean, Ascent has always been a more of a defender side of map than an attacker side. It's extremely hard to play attacker side, especially when you fall behind in eco, and I mean they're just sending it with Odins and ops like Tennessee Tech has been doing.
Yep.
But that's the way to play the game.
Their Jet's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, their Jet, their Omen, and and their Sova is definitely playing extremely well. So here we go, going into this next one. I mean, they have 3 ops. I mean, you could tell they're 4 ops.
4 ops and an Odin. Oh my.
You can definitely tell that Tennessee Tech is having a little bit of fun in this round, and Crumble is going to find himself a pick there. And as they just get Odin spammed, and Clark finds himself a pick on Omen, which that is extremely good for Point Park, considering that there's, well, and Crips switches out the Vandal and gets an op again. Misses the op shot. Already teleports, but isn't able to get that timing, unfortunate timing, and Chris gets the pick there, and D-Rock finds himself another pick, and that is going to be the end, but...
It's a 9-3 curse.
Exactly. I was just about to say it, and you found the words. 9-3 curse. 9-3 curse, man! It's a thing. tangible. It's crazy. 9-3 curse. We're taking this 9-9 overtime. Could be, I mean, leave them at 9, honestly. I think Point Park can just leave them at 9, especially since it's defender side. So, full reset, full mental reset. I'm not even in the game, but it's a full reset, mental reset for myself. You know, we're still in this game. We are still very well in this game. We've seen it happen. They did it last week. It was I think it was like 4-11, and they brought it back and made it overtime and won the overtime. So, I mean, this is, I mean, we know it's like Damian Lillard. Like, this is, we are the clutch. Like, we have that.
Standing ahead.
And so, here we go. But Point Park, I mean, has had an extremely amazing mental during games this entire season. And so, I hope that we just see that in this next half. And so, Tennessee Tech is going to be going through full push through mid. D-Rod holding the spike.
And the little spray. Sheesh.
A little bit. And Crumble is able to find himself a pick on the flank. Don't know how he noticed that that Creep was flanking there, but definitely unfortunate for Creep right there. And now it's a 5v4. And as you can see, Tennessee Tech, they're just playing extremely slow, trying to see if Point Park is going to take the bait and what is it, and peak. Both teams are trying to get the information, and D-Rock found himself a pick on Ari right there. Unfortunately, Crumble found himself a pick on Clark, and that leaves A-side completely free for Tennessee Tech right there. 5 are all still up and still very healthy basides D-Rod.
No charges left.
Oh wow, and that is a beautiful inspect of the Sentinels. By the way, Sentinels, they won the last tournament. If you guys have not been keeping up with pro play of Valorant. Anyways, that is the end of my TED Talk. Mona finds himself a pick on D-Rod. Curse finds himself a pick there, but unfortunate timing. Crumble holds the corner there. And Curse gets killed by some questionable wall bang from Crumb right there. But as you see, Point Park is in is in extreme mood. I think Creep is he was kind of illustrating that what that round looked like for him. Getting caught in that flank right there. Definitely some awkward timing. There we go. Now 2 marshals from Point Park, and having marshals in the defender side in Ascent is extremely well if you can hit your shots, of course. But Tennessee Tech 10-3. They just in the same situation again, just need 3 points, and then that is game for Tennessee. And I haven't been to Tennessee in a very sorry, zoning out. All right, anyways.
Whoa.
Here we go. Yep, zone out a little bit there. And
Princess running with a Bucky shot.
Bucky shot. The Queen strikes again with the Bucky shot. Crumble finds himself a pick. It seems like Crumble found the pick on Creep again in the flank. Oh, that's some hilarious timing there. And Tennessee Tech is just kind of playing extremely slow right now. They don't want to push up that Marcus since they know that Ari is holding that with the Bucky right there. 4v4 right now. Gecko is low on some health, and Gecko has Mom Sova throwing out the drone right there. Greatest guy trying to get some info. He sees that Clark is right there holding it with the Marshall. I think Tennessee Tech, they have the info. That A is completely free, and they are going to commit the A now.
2 people one shot.
And could have been a great shot from Clark right there, but just misses, getting blinded by Crumble's smoke right there. Tennessee Tech just has full control right now. 2 other players are low, so it is very possible. There is a possible gun that Ari could pick up right there. I think that is a Guardian.
Yup.
Not sure though. Greatest guy hiding in the smoke to avoid.
Clark taking a pick on Taffy Laffy.
Getting that pick on Taffy Laffy. We can soon trade it. Makes the game possible. Curse with a kill there. Possible round for Point Park. Ari finding that pick with that Guardian that we said earlier. All it takes is one person, and there we go. A free round.
And we defuse the spike.
And whoo!
Let's go.
2 seconds. Oh my goodness. Wow. A lot of time left was for that bomb. And that is just, I mean, amazing play by Point Park right there. That is the momentum that we need. We got to keep them at 10. Got to keep them at 10. And so if we can, hopefully, if we can bring this round then we can start snowballing in our economy a little bit. As you can see, I mean, wow, that was bad. I was going to say D-Rod's economy, like as if D-Rod was the entire team. Whoa, my goodness. So sorry. Tennessee Tech, their economy is looking really low right now. As you can see, they all, most of them are going Marshalls, and Creep finds himself a pick on Creep. Woo! On Crisp. Oh my gosh, my words are panicking because of Creep's shot right there. My goodness. Now, a huge round. A little bit of an awkward wall right there from Creep, but was able to kill him for a little bit, so all is not lost. Tennessee Tech trying to see if they can look for a play in mid now. They have no guns. Recon by Cursed right there to try and get some info. And D-Rock found himself a pick right there. Laffy Taffy is one though.
Oh,
Laffy Taffy found himself a pick.
and we have a spike.
Cursed found himself a pick, and we do have spikes, so Point Park could slow it down a little bit and try to look at the spike. But I believe Sova is going to be able to take spike. But Greatest Guy is kind of stuck right now. Could maybe get bailed out by Woman's Boat. Expired. Let's see.
30 seconds left.
Princess Ari holding it with that judge. Woo! Ooh, crazy pick on Greatest Guy with that judge right there. Crumble trying to TP to get out of that. And Point Park is playing a very, very disciplined game right now. 10 seconds left on the clock. Tennessee Tech has not planted the site yet.
This is intense.
They need 4 seconds to plant. They're trying to commit to the plant. Oh, and there is no time, and Point Park is going to get that round. Very nice play from Point Park. They knew that, I mean, there wasn't much time left.
And we take one person down.
Whew, took a person down. Oh my goodness. And here we go. It is a full buy round from both sides. It's, I mean, Crumble has a Bulldog and Cursed has a Guardian. I mean, already sticking with that judge in that mid. I think that's definitely becoming a huge problem for Tennessee Tech. Whenever they try to push mid, is just they have to be careful of that judge. And I mean, a very important round for both sides. If Point Park can bring this round, then we can start snowballing their eco again. And now give them some more rounds on the board. I think ultimates are starting to come online very soon as well. Tennessee Tech, they're playing default. You could tell that they're trying to play for picks now. They left the bomb back in spawn. They have D-Rod picking it up. Playing A side, trying to look, and unfortunately, Greatest Guy is going to find his pick on Creep. Seemed like Creep was holding the angle and just wasn't expecting the timing right there. And the drone does not find Ari, so this could be a very huge opportunity.
Oh, that flip!
Oh my gosh!
That is crazy!
Oh my goodness, put some respect on the queen, the princess. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. And while all of that was going on, Tennessee Tech is rotating the B, and they get possibly full control over B. They're throwing util, getting shot. Sova is one shot from that, and
30 seconds
we go. And Tennessee Tech is now planting. Very important round for Point Park. If they can bring this round back, it'll be looking really good for them.
All of them on site. That's crazy.
And amazing timing from Clark. Is able to just go in and swoosh out. My goodness, just came in like a ninja. Clark, amazing blind right there by Clark. Was able to find himself a pick. We have 2 people left in the boat. Oh, so much time left. Amazing recon right there at Point Park. They have 3 alive, which is just going to boost their eco very well. They have guns, and they're going to bring that round back, and it's 10-6. We could be looking at a game 3, Jackie. Could be looking at a game 3. I'm not a fortune teller, but
the 9-3 is slowly happening.
It's slowly happening. We're seeing it before our eyes. We're literally seeing it before our eyes. Don't know how I feel about that decider map, Lotus. But we'll see what happens, because Point Park it's a good map. I'll agree with you for once, Jackie. It's a good map. It's a solid map.
That's the one with the revolving doors, right?
Yep, that's the one with the revolving doors. There's so many mind games.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but here we go. We have Curse holding B, trying to throw that recon. And Tennessee Tech is just full 5-manning A. Could be a full-on push. And, oh my goodness, the spooky judge.
It's just Ari is just
passing judgment. And Creep found himself a pick on greatest guy, and now it is just that fast. A minute 20 left on the clock, but already at 5v3. Point Park is up, fully healthy. Whew. Tennessee Tech is struggling against that judge. Oh my goodness. Spooky judge right there. I feel like I'm...
And it's always the Jet that takes it.
Exactly. Exactly. Here we go. A minute, 50 seconds left on the clock. Definitely some momentum was lost during that trying to do that full 5-man push from Tennessee Tech there on A. It's going to be really rough for Tennessee Tech to try to hit A. I mean, trying to stay into the very last minute in order to push at this A, but Point Park is not buzzing. They had the discipline for it. They have, as we can see, they have Cursed playing on that B side, playing near that spawn to hold it down. And as you can see, Tennessee Tech is trying to commit to A, but they just can't. They get blinded by Ari's smoke, and Creep for himself a pick with that ult. I love Phoenix ult. Amazing. It's a free life.
It's like Yone's E.
Exactly, Yon Z. See, there we go.
10 seconds left.
But you don't get a free life.
Yeah, you don't get a free life. No,
So,
you
you know.
just die. But
And they run out of time,
And,
so
yeah.
we win the round.
save round from Tennessee Tech, a questionable save round. I think it would have been better for Tech to just die so they can get more money. But nonetheless, they were able to save guns. And we have Point Park. I mean,
It looks like Taffy Laffy is still broke with 3K. Can't really buy much, you know?
yeah, that's what I saw. It seems like it
Same
was
for D-Rod. Oh, it's D-Rod bought a full shield, so...
Is that fool still going to do much though? I don't know, but I definitely would like to see either Creep or Clark pull out an operator. I mean, it is defender side and it's Ascent. I mean, I think an operator would look really good right here.
Princess Ari still rocking the judge.
staying with that judge. But I think Tennessee Tech is going to be able to get some control over the year, especially since Ari has been holding market, and they know that Ari has been holding market these past few rounds. Cursed by himself on B.
But we got some
But
is it KJ bombs to like
Yep.
support.
got some KJ bombs right there. Hey, we got support. There we go. Some league lingo right there.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But Tennessee Tech, I think they know that Point Park knew that they were going B, and so now they're trying to rotate to mid, trying to see and what they could do. But yep, and there we go. And they're gonna find Ari in that corner. Oh, and D-Rod just whips, unfortunately, and
Clark watches.
Oh my goodness.
Princess Ari's back.
Wow. And that was real support right there. Actual support gameplay from Clark right there. Saves Ari's life. D-Rod missing those knives is just... Whew. I mean, some important rounds like this, you definitely do not want that to happen.
No one can
Cursed.
beat the
Find
judge.
himself.
Spike down B.
2 picks right there. Greatest guy's gonna find himself a pick, but doesn't realize that Cursed is behind with this 3rd pick. And Point Park is gonna wrap that round up 10-8.
Oh my gosh. It's heating up.
You can feel it, Yep, it's heating up.
Like Rumble.
There we go. See? I like that. You know what? I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. But
Hot.
it's hot. It's getting hot. It is getting hot in here. Point Park is starting to heat up. You can tell that they are having that momentum, and we are seeing the freaking op. That's why I like to see Creep with the op. It's a dangerous sight. Cannot wait to see what Creep does with this op. We have 3 ults. We have Ari with Omen ult. Try to see if she can get some info with that. Possible solo on this defense. Already we got an Omen smoke in mid. Ari's blocking them off of Tennessee Tech for pushing that mid. And again, Tennessee Tech, it seems like Tennessee Tech, they're kind of lost. They don't know.
Yeah, they're really paranoid of the judge now.
Yeah. They
I
don't
wouldn't,
know,
I would respect that and not push.
Definitely holding a judge during full buy rounds. It's very scary.
They're traumatized.
Slows down everything that you want to do.
Checking every corner now.
Every corner on the man, you almost have to. But Curse finds himself a pick there. Chris,
One for one.
yeah, the 1-for-1 right there.
What's Clark going to do? Oh, Clark wins
Clark
the fight.
Gets another pick on D-Rod. And
We
D-Rod
have
keeps getting
3
caught.
people on site, and we do have KJ ult.
planted.
Could probably ult this.
Probably a KJR. We do have Clark Blades though. Bomb is planted. Crumble and Chris finds
And the wall bang.
3v3 right now. Clark just barely dodges. And then time is ticking. Clark finds 2 picks there. Woo!
Close.
It's very close, but now 11-8. Woo! And unfortunately,
Let's keep it at 11.
yeah, let's keep it at 11. See, exactly. Now you get it.
11.
Keep it at 11. We'll keep them at 11. We don't want no overtimes right now. And hopefully we are able to see Creep buy another op. I think we can. I think the Eco can afford one more round of buying an op. One more round. Maybe not. Maybe not. He's not able to get a full shield, but it's okay. It's Phoenix. Clean himself. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
It's 3 points away from getting his all again. You know, another free Yoni.
it's looking like a jet diff right now. I don't know what's happening. But Greatest found himself a pick on Creep, while Clark was able to find himself on a pick on D-Rod. And so now it's a 4v4 that fast.
You should run.
And we have lockdown from KJ for Tennessee Tech. They could use this to full push A, or they could use this to fully rotate on B. I can see Omen teleporting on site. Oh, Clark with some amazing timing right there. Whipson is able to just nearly get out of there. Woo! It's looking very scary for Jet right there. And Tennessee Tech is able to plant, hopefully able to get some ults, but then again, the Gecko factor. Gecko doesn't get affected by, but no, it was actually. Gecko was destroyed by Silverall right there, which is extremely good. Oh, and
It's only the ground mollies, I believe.
the ground mollies are said. So, unfortunately, they whiffed on Crumble right there. Crumble was able to find himself right there in a 3v2. Very unfortunate situation. Taffy found himself a pick, and now it's a 1v3. They know that Mona is up there. Ooh. And unfortunately, Mona just not able to find that pick. Guys, match point from Tennessee Tech. Whew. It's getting hot in here, but for not the right reasons now. Man, I'm getting furious. It's just happening now.
The Gecko getting to you.
I hate your character, Jackie. I hope you know that.
My bad.
Just absolutely despise it.
I mean,
You know what?
Gecko is like equivalent to Yumi, you know?
Exactly. You know what? Exactly. That's how much hate I have for that character. It's Yumi hate. But nonetheless, Tennessee Tech playing a phenomenal game. I mean, match point, they have guns, and Point Park is going to be a little bit of a thrifty round for them. You definitely don't want to be in a thrifty round on the last round of the game. Still think it's definitely possible though for Point Park to bring the rounds. It's just play it slow and to not get picked off. I think that's what's been happening a lot in the second half. I mean, Tennessee Tech is just playing the patient game, and just as we see right now, Creep nearly dies just from peeking just once, and Tennessee Tech just finding them. Ari with that judge. We're taking it back to the basics, going back to the judge and just finding our picks, playing it patient. Possibly could pick up this Phantom, but not very sure. Oh,
Close.
I can't help but think that the play there is to try and grab that Phantom and just hope for the best right there. Crumb takes full control of the attack. He finds himself a pick there on a Greatest guy. Gets a pick with that disgusting Odin on Creep, and now it's looking like a 2v4. Tech has planted. Chris, they trade 3v1 now. Oh, Tennessee Tech is going to find their 13th point, which is going to end the game. Woo!
That was a good game.
No, that was an extremely good game. Way better game than I think than first game. I think both teams played very solid. I think it just came down to a matter of Tennessee Tech just playing a lot more disciplined. They definitely slowed it down. They were trying to look for the picks, and unfortunately, Point Park they just they took the bait for these 1v1s. I think a lot of it could have been played a little bit more patient. But you know, what do I know? You know, I'm a silver, so bronze now since the season is over. You know, But I think a big problem for Point Park that maybe it might be it might be talked about, or I mentioned from the coach, is that Gecko. I think that Gecko pick definitely for both games really hurt Point Park when it came to just preventing the post plan, preventing Tennessee Tech from planning, because a lot of those plants they were getting, it was from Gecko, and Gecko kind of, that little minion nullifies a lot of the utility unless it's a silver wall, of course. And but yeah, some of your thoughts. How was it? Did you enjoy the game? Or like
I liked it. It was a lot going on to take in, you know.
Okay.
As someone who plays leagues more than Valorant.
That's what we like to see, man. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
With us, casting with us. It was a great time, you know. You know how we roll, man. I love it. I love it. And maybe we'll bring you on for next week's game, you know.
Okay.
Hey, okay.
All right.
That's what I like to hear.
All right.
Okay.
I could be down, yeah.
Hey, there we go. But nonetheless, phenomenal gameplay from Tennessee Tech. Great gameplay for Point Park. Just fell a little bit short there in that second game. I am Ricky, and this is
Jackie.
And we will catch you guys next week. Make sure to bring your Red Bull ice cream for that next game as well. It's going to be the last game of the season, so definitely come out and show some support to the Pioneers. I'm currently wearing the shirt.
I don't have a shirt. I have a street fighter.
Fine. Yeah.